Secrets of the Bible. Luke 20-42. Father, if you are willing, remove this cup from me.
Nevertheless, not my will, but yours, be done.
Everyone knows this verse.
Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, the night before the crucifixion, praying, surrendering, most.
People read it as the ultimate example of
Submission to God, and it is. But there is something
hidden in this moment that completely
changes how you understand what Jesus
was actually going through. Stay with me. First, the setting. Gethsemane, in Hebrew. The word Gethsemane is Gethshmanim.
It means olive press,
the place where olives are crushed under enormous weight to produce oil.
Jesus chose to pray in a place whose very name means to be crushed. That is not an accident.
That is the Bible speaking in layers. Now look at the prayer itself.
Jesus says, remove this cup from me. In the ancient Jewish world, the cup was one of the most loaded symbols in all of Scripture. The cup of God's wrath appears throughout the Old Testament, in Isaiah, in Jeremiah, in Psalms.
It referred to the full weight of divine judgment poured out.
Jesus was not asking to avoid physical pain.
He was asking if there was any other way to absorb the complete wrath of God on behalf of every human being who had ever lived or would ever live.
That is what was in the cup. And here is where the secret is. In the original Greek, the word Jesus uses when he says if you are willing is iapolome.
And bolome is not a casual word.
It carries the meaning of a deliberate, considered, purposeful decision.
Jesus was not throwing a desperate plea into the air.
He was acknowledging that God had already thought this through.
That this was not an accident. That the cup existed because of a decision already made in eternity. But then Jesus says nevertheless.
And that word in Greek is pln. And
pln is one of the most powerful transition words in the New Testament.
It means, however,
despite everything I just said,
in spite of all of this,
it is the word you
use when you are about to override your own feelings with a higher truth.
Not my will, but yours be done. In Greek, the word for will here is thelma, and thelma means more than just desire.
It means a settled, determined purpose.
Jesus was not just surrendering reluctantly. He was aligning himself with something that had been purposed before the